Join us for the next Studio Sojourn, a podcast for all things real estate. Welcome back to Studio Sojourn. I am so thankful to have this time to speak with you all. So today was supposed to be a podcast with a special guest, but we're actually going to save that because the information is going to be so chock full next Monday. We're going to save that for next week. So today what we decided to talk about was the big escape, the expats that are deciding to leave the country, and housing. So housing has always, there's not been enough housing, that we are constantly building. And I'm sure wherever you are, they're building houses everywhere across the nation. We've seen a decline in housing. But over the last couple of years, all of the country has really focused on building, building, building so that we can have enough housing for everyone and also affordable housing for everyone. But what does affordable really mean? So I have been talking to some people about their choices, and a lot of people are choosing to leave the country altogether. Some people have decided to move to Ghana. Some people have decided to move to Thailand. Others have decided to move to Dominica, and people are constantly moving back and forth from between the West Coast to the East Coast, and all up and down the East Coast, from New York to Florida and back and forth again. So my question today is, have you ever considered moving out of the state or out of the country? You will be giving up some of your rights if you decide to make another country your permanent state of residence. Would you consider living 6 months here and 6 months somewhere else? This is a big concern for me. Would you want to go when you're in retirement? Or would you prefer to go now so that you can still have some fun while you're, still moving around and having a great time? Have you considered all the things such as medical, running water? What is their water like where you are planning to go? Do they have the medical and dental um, facilities? And what will that cost as an American? Do they have insurance? Do they even follow that type of a plan? And what type of insurances do you have if you plan to have a car, if you get in an accident, if you hit someone overseas and they want to sue you, and their rules are not like ours, or they want to jail you. Um, I think I'll always have a residence here in the United States because I want to have a place to come back to. I have not visited Thailand, but I'd definitely like to visit there for a long-term stay. And I had the benefit of living in Okinawa, Japan for some time, and that was wonderful. I loved it. I've also visited Mexico and some of the islands and Canada. And I'll be honest with you, I find my way back to the United States every time because of access. There's just so much access here. We talk about how awful the country is, and in so many ways, we just all want to get out of here. But the access here to things and your comfort is really great. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think and have to say about that. Drop your comments in the chat and let me know. Have you considered moving somewhere else? Where have you considered moving? And let's continue this conversation because I think it's um, when we talk about housing, and this is all things real estate. When we talk about housing, is and housing is your biggest bill. Is this something you plan to pay forever, or would you consider leaving and going someplace else, or splitting your time? Thank you for visiting us today, and let me know what you think. We'll be back next Monday. It's getting chilly in our neck of the woods. Well, today we spoke a little bit about becoming an expat and what that looks like at any stage of your journey. We didn't dig deep into it, but we just kind of grazed the surface. There's a lot of conversations that you may want to have around this decision, such as keeping an income while you are overseas, and possibly renting out your home. Or you may just want to sell your home and use the proceeds from that to live off of. Either way, we'd love to help you. The agents here at M Homes Group are experienced. Our property management experience goes back 3 decades. Also, we have agents located throughout the state who are here to help and would love to have a conversation with you. We want to be a part of your journey and hear about all of your journeys and endeavors and explorations. Thank you so much for listening, and give us a call, 919-907-9906.